Hi, welcome back. My name is Rich Budman. Today I'd like to talk to you about this really cool 1970 Mustang Boss 302. What you're looking at right now is a car that has been transformed to look like a Trans Am Series car. This car is actually a pretty rare car. The second owner, we believe to be the second owner, decided to take what was an original 302 Mustang and transform it into what you see now. While doing so, he took every original part off of this car and put it in boxes, labeled it and tucked it away so when the next owner, which is us, purchases the car, we could put this car back to stock if we wanted. This car is rare. And I don't mean rare like it's one of one. I mean rare like it's one of only 737 that was ever produced and one of only 151 left in existence. This car is completely original from when it was new. This is the original paint. This car was ordered with the spoiler, with the louvers, the shaker hood, 4-speed, and drag pack. Now I know we talked about drag pack a little earlier. The drag pack was an option that was added once you ordered the car with the 430 rear axle, which this car has. Typically, people say, well, drag pack can be used to race a car. That's not necessarily the truth. It's just a heavier axle. It keeps the car planted on the ground pretty good. You can really get, the tires locking up really nice, and the car just goes well for 1970. As it looks like a race car now, you could take this car on the track because it's set up for track racing. You can take it on the street because the car is actually pretty good on the street. We drove it over to this location where we're filming today, and the car rides really nice. It goes down the road straight and it handles really well. So let me say a little bit more about this car. 191,000 Mustangs were produced in 1970. We already talked about that. 497 of these cars were painted this yellow. This exact color was painted on 407 cars. 108 of them had black interiors. So do you see where I'm going with this? You know, this car is starting to become a little bit more and more rare. And you're gonna really get a kick out of this. Only 3 of these cars came from the factory ordered with that rear spoiler. And this, I mean, you really need to listen here. This car is one of only one with an AM 8-track stereo. It just won't get any rarer than that. And to let you guys understand how rare it is, the 8-track still works. So, what we have here is a car that is completely documented from top to bottom. We've got a binder, it's probably about 8 inches thick, from everything that's ever done to this car from the day it was born. This car has been completely repainted. All of the components in this car have been removed and replaced with what you see here. Suspension, clutch, engine, rear, there's the connector, the subframe connectors have been put together on this car. So the engine in this car, I'd like to say a little bit about the engine. The original 302 was removed, and a 302 block was bought, was reconditioned, and then was built from that, stroked out to 355. New radiator, supports, MSD ignition. The car is estimated roughly at 450 horsepower. It's been dynoed. We do have the dyno sheets on the car. I mean, you look at this car, it is just amazingly clean. Here is the coolers, the bigger radiator, everything that you want in this car to make this car run like you're in a racetrack is here. This is a no-nonsense car. This is a car that you can get in and drive every day, or you can take it down on the track. The hood itself is fiberglass, okay? This was a $4,000 addition when the guy built the car. The paint on this car matches perfectly to the rest of the car. Hood pins, obviously we want to keep the hood down and we're going a little fast. Wheels and tires. Let's talk about wheels and tires. These are Trans Am Series look wheels. Goodyear Eagle tires, painted yellow to match the car. We've got disc brakes. We've got, like I said, the subframe connectors. The car is tight, the car is strong. It's not moving anywhere. As we move towards the back of the car, louvers. Louvers were a big thing in the 80s. In the 70s and the 80s, you had a Camaro, you had louvers. These are the way they came. They called them slats. These we call them louvers. This is ordered from the factory. The spoiler, again, 1 of 4 from the factory. Exhaust, the entire exhaust system has been removed and replaced. This is a stainless exhaust underside up to the tips. The car is straight, and I mean straight. I mean, we're talking, you know, this is 1970. This is 47 years ago. This car is built. This is an amazing car. Interior. The interior was all redone with stock material. The dash is the original dash. The gauges are original gauges. There's some additions to it. Oil pressure, water temperature for the engine. Transmission, 5-speed Tremec per shift transmission with line lock ability. There's a little button on there. You can hold the button, push a button, let go. It's going to rev this car up and it's going to cut it loose. Again, great car. This is the horn rim. Ta-da! This car was ordered with that. Marty report shows everything in this car is supposed to be in this car. Seat belts. It's a lap belt with a shoulder belt that comes down from the roof. So this is what I discussed with you earlier was this binder. I said 8 inches thick. It's probably 4 or 5 inches thick. Okay, this is how the car came. If you can see that originally from the factory, this is how this car was ordered. Magnum 500 wheels. We did have polyglass tires. We can actually put the Magnums back on with the polyglass. I want you to see inside this. This is amazing. This is the list of all of the boxes that we have with all of the parts. Numbered boxes, Boss 32 drive shaft, 31 spline axles, ring and pinions, you name it, it's in here. The short block, the flywheel, the clutch, right down to, we've got the original top loader 4-speed. We've got traction lock case rear from the 430 gears. These gears were actually changed when we did the engine, well, when the engine was done, to the 410 gears. Full Marty report. We have the full Marty report that tells me everything about the car. This is the order from the dealership that ordered the car. This is the order slips. Okay, we have copies of all this. What is that? What is that? This? Oh my God, did you see that? Colin, did you see it? That is the original build sheet. I mean, you don't find these anymore. The original build sheet. We look for these in every car. We never find them. Here it is. I've got it. Oh, by the way, I've got an original set of keys. This is amazing. I'm getting really excited about this car. You're gonna love this car. Hey, look, window sticker. This car, brand new in 1970, $4,837. Is that ridiculous? You can't create this car for $40,000. I mean, maybe the hood costs $4,000 to do. $4,800 to buy this car. Okay, so what else do we have? We have information. I've got receipts for everything that's been done to this car. I've got $12,000 in the engine and transmission. This car is in the 302 drag pack registry. Again, one of 151 known to be left in existence. I've got the Ford information telling us all about the car, the drag pack. This was their information that came out to owners of Mustangs. I mean, we can just go on and on. MSD ignition, pictures of the car. This is all the stuff that was done mechanically. The Tremec 5-speed, the forged crank, Holley double bumper, Coney shocks. I mean, I could go on and on. Dyno, did I say dyno? Dyno, there's your dyno. Okay, this car's been run several times. More receipts for more work done. I mean, this is just an amazing car. This is truly something that you are going to love and enjoy. You can actually drive this car every day. You can put it on the track, this car will run. If you don't want it this way, you can turn it back to stock. You can have us turn it back to stock. We'll box up everything else and we'll number it for you. I want you to come on down. Fleming's Ultimate Garage, 660 Loft Strand Lane in Rockville, Maryland, 301-816-1000. My extension is 106. My name is Rich Budman. I can't wait to see you and put you in this great car today. You know what the best thing about these cars is? Starting them. So people ask about rare. Rare is a definition by which we look at a painting and say Picasso is rare. A diamond, flawless, is rare. And a Boss 302, yeah, that's pretty rare. What makes this car rare is not the fact that it's a Boss 302. What makes this car rare is it's one of only 151 left in existence today with what's called the drag pack option. Now, when Ford built the Mustang back in 1970, what they did was they produced over 191,000 of these. It's a lot of Mustangs. 7,000 of them, they did sport roofs, and 2,000 of them, they did 302s. Out of those 2,000, 737 of them were ordered with what's called a drag pack. This was an option that when ordered the car with a 430 rear axle, became a rare commodity in the world of Ford. Drag pack is something that's added to the engine, and it's typically used in racing. What it does is it gives you a heavier rear with what is considered to be the Detroit lockup, which is when you'll hear this car, it kind of gets tires chirping, even though I'm not even going that fast. The car itself has been meticulously maintained throughout its entire life. This is a car that was bought originally in Louisiana. It was then shipped to Washington State, where what we believe to be the second owner decided to transform this car into what's called a Trans Am Series look. The Trans Am Series of the 70s had pitted Chevy Camaros, Dodge Challengers, Ford Mustangs, Pontiac Firebird Trans Ams against each other, similar to NASCAR. And that's what it's like driving a Boss 302. Don't forget, Fleming's Ultimate Garage, my name is Rich. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day.